Hello everyone, this is MJPW and welcome back to another Toy Story 5 or a popcorn bucket video. This time, this is going to be the one that when it was revealed, it was supposed to be exclusive to Regal, but I believe there is other chains that is selling it, like the people that I got it from, which was Marcus Theaters, if I'm not mistaken. There is probably going to be several others that's also selling. For all I know, AMC may also be selling these. This one is going to be more of a gimmicky type popcorn bucket, but the one thing that I do like is that this is just a popcorn bucket itself, and you can see already that the pieces are all separate. So if you were wanting to even just go in the theater with just this, I mean, I would want to show out. I would probably have everything just to be like, look at me, look, you know. If you're gonna go all out for that, if taking a popcorn bucket for the actual purpose for the theater, which is a really weird thing to say. If you were to say that 10 years ago, you would be like, why would you not take a popcorn bucket to the theater? I don't know. But before we get it all put together, I just want to show you as an expectation, this is the one that came from Mexico. This is the one that came from America. Mexico. America. Also, somebody pointed out in the video that I did for this, if you want to see the full video on that, I'll leave a card there up at the top, or I'll leave it at the end if you want to check that out. But somebody pointed out to me that the Lightyear sticker was missing. Did not catch that in that initial review, and that not necessarily upset me after I saw that comment, but it definitely was like, man, now I'm gonna see, like, I'm gonna have to see about getting it like custom made or something like that, or if I just leave it blank. Now I'm always like looking at it, I'm like, man. But anyways, we're talking about this popcorn bucket today. It has a drink and popcorn combo. Definitely a more interesting type of combo popcorn bucket that they're starting to do. From Marcus Theaters, this ran for $45, I believe, which was the same cost, just about. I think it was like 44 or something like that. Maybe it was like 45, the same cost for the popcorn tin and Woody's hat. That was the same cost on Marcus Theaters website for that popcorn bucket. And I was like, no, I'm not very interested in that, because it's kind of a lazy thing. I would much rather if they just sold like a large Woody's hat. I'd probably get that, you know. Sell that to me as a popcorn bucket, but I don't really care about the alternative that we got. I bring that up because it was saying 45 for that Woody's hat one on Marcus Theaters' website when they were still up. They're probably still up because they weren't selling out of those, but they did sell out of these. But Cinemark now has the popcorn buckets in stock and for sale, which I think they have for the last like week. Theirs is like $25. So I'm glad that, one, I didn't have the money, and two, I wasn't very interested in that, because I would have been like, hey, why am I paying like double just because your website had it up like a week earlier? Seems silly. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to get it put together now. As you can see, this is how it came in the box. These pieces were separated. This is the dome piece as well. This was all separated. This was just kind of floating around in the box, so be warned, if you're ordering one of these, it might come bent, but, you know, I guess that's kind of the gamble you take. Anyways, I'm going to get it put together now, and I'll see you in a minute. So I wanted to kind of pause on my assembly here, because I did find a paper instructions. So we're going to go over that together. But first, before we look at the cool thing, let's look at the semi-cool thing. I think this is pretty cool, and I like that they had a press button right here for the whoosh thing. If you know Buzz's helmet. Unfortunately, it's it's on the wrong side, but I think they did that just so, you know, it would work. Um, but after seeing this, I kind of question, like, hey, maybe they could actually implement this into the toys and make it a lot easier. Because all this is just like a seal, I think. And when it's like opening, it's like springing it back. I'm probably using the wrong words, so don't take seal as like the actual thing of what it's supposed to be. But yeah, you press this and it opens it up. And if you didn't want to totally open it all the way, like I said, it just goes based on, you know, like you could leave it, you know, at a different angle or something, whatever you wanted to do. Or you could just leave it open. I will say, compared to the one that is from Mexico, you do have a lot more range of being able to get the actual popcorn out, other than actually just taking this thing off, which is not hard to even pop it on or off. So I think that is a benefit for what the popcorn bucket is. If you look at my other, like I said, by the way, the whoosh thing is in the wings button on this one. And you have very limited entry, I would say. It looks like there's a lot, but just because of the size of it, it's not. To give you kind of an idea here on the differences. So of course, the one that looks more like a popcorn bucket is obviously going to work more like a popcorn bucket. This other side does not do anything. That's what I was just trying. Obviously these parts back here are where you hook on the jetpack. I want to say there's something on the underside here. That's your official sticker and the thingy to show you that is official. I like that they're doing this, I think, on all of these new official, most sought after popcorn buckets, because there's a lot of fakes. I talked about that, I think, in the last video. There's a lot of fakes floating around of some of these, and it's kind of a bummer for people who don't know. They think, oh, we're actually getting one for like the actual price of what they were sold for, and you get it, and it's just 3D printed junk that some dude did in a basement, and not the actual product, because they're out here scamming people. So let's look at our little instructions right here. It talks about the different things. The lid, the bucket, a bottle, and the straw is the things that you get. The battery compartment is underneath, and it takes 3 AAAs. This should also already come with them in there, and I think there's just a pull tab that's on it right now. You press this part to actually open the wings. We'll do that in just a second. And it is a screwed in thingy. And that just talks again about the batteries and such, and the warnings about batteries, I believe. So that's the most part of what that is. If you're curious about the holding of the drink, this little panel is where your drink goes in and I guess comes out, because your straw goes in. You can see it's got a little notch here. You can lift it up, or you can, I'll show that now. There is little grooves on here on the inside. You see that? There's little grooves. It sets in, and you stick it right in there, and it's good to go. But I was also pulling it up, but for the sake of, well, actually it doesn't go back that good. So maybe it locks in right there, but that's what you're supposed to do, I assume. This is your compartment for your drink. Kind of give you an idea. I got Taco Bell sauce and Diet Coke up there, if you see that. My potato head's still up here. I cleaned my desk a little bit because I was like, I was having to keep everything like right here because I didn't want you to see my mess that I scoot over to the side. It's not really a mess. It's just, it is a mess. It's fine. But there's not a lot of drink space. It's very, very tiny amount of drink that you're gonna get in there. It's gonna be like this, and it's curving like that. If you kind of get the idea. So you're not getting a whole lot of drink in this. And I absolutely believe that this will be a nightmare to clean. It was going to be very, very sticky on all of these. Maybe there's a better method of cleaning these things, I don't know, than what I know. But I feel like that's going to be a nightmare for parents to try and clean. And it's a hassle I probably wouldn't want to go with or go through with. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, you guys. It's fine. And of course, you put your little straw in there. It's weird. It doesn't, like, there's two, like, it almost feels like there's a spot that's like that. Is there a spot where it's supposed to, like, dedicate, like, a dedicated spot, I'm trying to say. No, there's just like a hump in there. That's really weird. So it's not going to sit in there straight. That's silly. Very silly design. Because it's going to... I mean, I guess it's not too bad. But it bothers me that it's not like straight up. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I feel like that's kind of annoying. I would want it to like be like that. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, the way I view it. You can see your compartment is down here. Takes 3 AAAs, and there is a little pull tab. We're going to pull it out. And I assume it lights up from here. Oh, yeah. My camera's freaking out because of this. Yeah, I wonder how many theaters it's going to have. Oh, my jeez. It's crazy. It's not even that bright. And for some reason, it's on the camera, it's making it look like really white right through this area. But I promise you, it's a really pretty green light. Or I'm sure it's a white LED light, but it's a nice color green that's through there, but it's just making it look white on the camera. I don't know why it's doing that. I could have sworn that these lit up. That these were supposed to light up. But I am not seeing anything. Oh, okay. So if you wanted to just have the wings open, you could just do that and click it. So can you... Yeah, okay, so you can have it on if you wanted the lights glow, or the lights glowing and the thing closed. That's pretty cool. Oops. I could have sworn that these were advertised to be lighting up. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, or no. If I'm right, put an image here of where it's supposed to light up. If there's no image and there's nothing here, then I'm wrong. Okay, I guess we'll know after the fact. You'll know right now. We have a little fun on the MJPW channel. But, yeah, I like that it has the stickers on there. I can't talk. I like how it has the stickers and everything on it. This design, I gotta say, the design of his back, the jetpack itself, is such an iconic design that I love to see every time with Buzz. So to see it get so much love with being physically modeled for this, and gonna pull it back one more time, and the Mexico variant, I am sad that it doesn't have the stickers. Hey, I could pull the stickers off of that and put it on that if I wanted to. I gotta say, I love this popcorn bucket more the one from Mexico, just because it's straight up. It just looks like Buzz. If you threw arms, a head, and legs on it, you know, that's straight up a Buzz figure. But yeah, I will say this is a very cool popcorn bucket for what it is. Let's see how hard it is to hook this in. I'm sure it literally just hooks. There's definitely gonna be some kid that parent gets one of these next week or something and trips and falls. This thing goes spiraling, drink goes all over everybody, popcorn goes flying, the top part's busted off, you know. Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. It doesn't sit well. You can see it's all the way. Okay, yes, it is all the way on the thing, as much as it's letting me. And it doesn't, I mean, I guess you can leave it like that, but, you know, if something bumps it or something, it's going to go back a little bit. That's not really a problem, though. That's me making a problem. Here it is with the lights on. Let's throw our straw in there like we just got it put in at the theater. Let's close it up. Thankfully, I will say, the popcorn buckets that I don't keep, because you can say I reviewed several on the channel. And some of those are huge. Some of them are just not totally my vibe that I'm keeping the whole time. The ones that I don't vibe with or don't keep, they go to someone else. Whether I sell it to a collector or sell it on Marketplace or something like that, I don't know. Usually I don't keep them very long. I'll be honest, this is probably one that I don't keep very long, because you know, if it wasn't for the choice of the one that I have from Mexico, to bring it up again, of course I'm gonna choose the one that looks cooler. This is cool, I'll say that. I don't know why my camera's like focusing weird. This is a cool thing to have, but I would like to have cooler shelf looking things like this, if that makes sense. So I probably won't hang on to this one, unfortunately, but there we go. I do like the gimmick of being able to open the wings, and it has a light, and it does the whoosh thing. Most toys don't even do the whoosh thing. So I'm glad to see that make some sort of appearance in a popcorn bucket. But yeah, there is collectors out there that would rather have this than the one from Mexico, or the ones who can't quite get the ones from Mexico. So you know, this is a better alternative, or maybe people just prefer this one better because it does a little bit more than the other. I believe I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. I have one more special popcorn bucket. I believe it's coming on Monday. May come tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, I believe that will wrap up the popcorn buckets for Toy Story 5. And I guess we go from there on whatever else the adventures that we choose on this channel. But that is going to be another one from Mexico that is very, very cool. I can't wait for you guys to see it, and I can't wait to see it myself. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the love on the videos, and I will see you next time. Thank you, and goodbye.